Hi, this is Ken Hayashi. On today's episode of Was Hayashi the Real Harry, we're going to be discussing Are Magicians Real Wizards? So stay tuned. Alright, this is again Ken Hayashi and Was Hayashi the Real Harry, and on today's episode we're going to be talking about Are Magicians Real Wizards? Okay, so what is a definition of a wizard? Well, according to Merriam-Webster, it is a person who is skilled in magic or who has magical powers, a sorcerer or a magician. And you gotta think about this. Throughout history, many people has depicted wizards and what they should actually look like and what they're capable of doing. So we have, let's say Disney, right? Disney, they show a wizard or a sorcerer in Sorcerer's Apprentice, and J.K. Rowling, obviously, she has Harry Potter world, right? Where what wizards are supposed to look like. Basically they're wearing Oxford University robes that we used to wear in England. Right? When you go to Oxford. That's basically all it is. But here's the question that I wanted to ask you. Are magicians really, in fact, the modern day wizard?
I want to be a wizard.
Well, just think about this, okay? Now, just because you do magic tricks, you are not automatically a wizard. I'll tell you that. However, all wizards can do magic. Let's just talk about one of the wizards that happens to be an idol of mine when I was a kid. The real Harry. Now I'm not talking about Harry Potter, I'm talking about Harry Houdini. He was an illusionist, a showman. He was making elephants disappear. He was an escape artist known for no locks or jails can hold him. He died, unfortunately, in 1926, October 31st, 1926, which is kind of ironic because that happens to be the year that Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them actually begins, in 1926. Interesting. But anyways, he was my idol when I was a kid. I studied him and his books an awful lot. And if at this point, all you Harry Potter fans out there, if you actually don't think that Harry Houdini is a wizard, I can't even talk to you at this point. I mean, that's ridiculous. Of course he's a wizard. Yes, he's an illusionist. He's an escape artist. But more importantly, he is a wizard. Who else is a wizard out there? Siegfried and Roy. They were wizards. Very famous. What are one of the things that wizards can do? They can talk to animals. Okay? You can't just go up there and do magic tricks when you have deadly tigers running around. They have the ability to talk to animals. There's obviously David Copperfield that did amazing illusions and mystified the world with the stuff that he has done. There's obviously Criss, right? Also a very fantastic wizard, right? He's a magician, but he's also a wizard. And David Blaine, another street magician that has now converted and turned into a real life wizard. Okay, now what can magicians do? They basically are able to do impossible feats, right? They're able to mystify someone or a crowd or thousands to millions of people to do demonstrations that is basically supernatural. They are beyond natural abilities, right? That the unnatural truly does exist. That no human should be able to do these things, but they are able to do them. From anywhere from floating in the air to making predictions, right? Things that we can do with physical objects, and including even things that are impossible for the body to be able to do, but we are somehow able to do, manifest things. Well, let's put this into the Harry Potter world, right? Harry Potter, right? At Hogwarts School of Magic, what were some of the things that they were training to be? Now, they weren't starting off as great wizards. They were budding wizards. Like when things started to happen to Harry, were the things that happened to you, Harry, when that could not be explained, and he starts to discover, yes, there are some magical things that are happening. And then he goes to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and then hones his skills. What does he learn there? He learns there enchantment and charms, spells, transfiguration, levitations, manifestation, right? To be able to manifest things. The invisibility, how to become invisible with his invisibility cloak. In fact, they're kind of showing you how he does it. I kind of didn't like that because it's like, you know, metachlorines with the Force from Star Wars, right? But how to become invisible, right? Time travel, predictions of the future. He was able to start seeing that, being a clairvoyant. Potions, and then finally, of course, Harry Potter discovers that he is able to talk to animals or snakes. The Academy of Magical Art world, okay, what do we study there? Well, when I was a kid and I was part of the junior program, yes, we did study enchantments and charms. We studied spells. We studied transfiguration. In fact, that is what I became an expert at. I've studied levitation. I would make things float. I went to a school where the students would repeatedly make things float. Okay? I made things appear consistently. Make things appear, disappear. Invisibility, disappear, right? Time travel, yes, of course. We did illusions and predictions where we said, you know, I went back in time and I knew you were going to pick this card or anything like that. Other things that we studied there, which isn't even in the Harry Potter world, is to be able to read people's minds. We, of course, made predictions of the future. Potions? No, I did not study potions at the Academy of Magical Arts. Actually, my mom trained me in potions because she was a wizard too. She actually did train me in potions. And I've studied potions from other sources other than the Academy of Magical Arts. I'm not saying that we didn't do it there, but they were not teaching us potions at the Academy of Magical Arts. But yes, I am trained in potions. And talk to animals. I obviously know how to talk to animals. I talk to animals even to this day, right? I take my cat and I turned her into Denise repeatedly. I would do that all the time. All this is about the Academy of Magical Arts. No one there is buying a store-bought magic trick, okay, that any layman or non-magic folk, right, that you could buy at a regular magic shop and do that kind of magic at the Academy. No, you can't do that, okay? You have to be able to take an ordinary deck of cards, an ordinary coins, and be able to do real magic with an ordinary deck of cards. To the point that you actually can predict things in the future. And I'll tell you this, a lot of magicians, if they get that good, the casinos have already identified them and will not let them into the casinos because we can get ourselves to that point where we can predict the future. Okay? That is true. Think about this. Isn't that the definition of a wizard? Right? All you people out there that are die-hard Harry Potter fans, just sticking to Joan Rowling, right, little world that she created of what a wizard should be, right? She even admits herself that she pulled from many sources and did whatever she felt like in her Harry Potter books. And if it didn't meet her criteria, she just made things up, as she admits here.
I don't believe in witchcraft, though I've lost count of the number of times I've been told I'm a practicing witch. 95% at least of the magic in the books is entirely invented by me. And I've used things from folklore and I've used bits of what people used to believe worked magically just to add a certain flavour, but I've always twisted them to suit my own ends. I mean, I've taken liberties with folklore to suit my plot.
So so this is a question I'd like to ask you again at this point. Are magicians, in fact, real wizards? Now, before you answer that question, keep in mind what I just said. Just because you buy a magic trick does not automatically make you a wizard. And I told you, not all magicians are wizards. Only the great magicians are. Great magicians are, in fact, wizards. And do you believe Harry Houdini is a wizard? And if Harry Houdini was a wizard, how about everyone else? How about David Copperfield? How about Siegfried and Roy? David Blaine? Criss Angel? Are they wizards? Are great magicians, in fact, real wizards? And that brings me to my point. If magicians are really wizards, back in 1990, there's a school of magic called the Academy of Magical Arts Junior Program. David Copperfield, Siegfried and Roy were already performing magicians. They had a show in Las Vegas. David Copperfield was doing really well. They were already older. They were already in the 30s and 40s. So that kind of excludes them. David Blaine and Criss, they're around my age, so they're teenagers just like me. But definitely they were nowhere to be seen at the Magic Castle for sure, because I know, because I was the one starring there, me and Denise. And weren't doing like ESPN show or the Emmy Awards or anything like that. Most likely they're just doing street magic for a couple of bucks or hurting themselves, I don't know, cutting themselves, whatever that they're doing. They were definitely not at the Academy of Magical Arts. So in the 1990s, J.K. Rowling writes a story about a kid, magician / wizard, that goes to the Academy of Magical Arts and rises to become the most powerful wizard there at that school. I wonder who she was talking about. Why don't you comment down below and put your answer. So, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, thank you very much for watching. If you want to watch the video about other magicians that have been depicted in movies or interpretation of magicians in movies, go ahead and click on that video to the left. And if you want to watch other people, not just J.K. Rowling, but other people that have written or have made an adaptation of my life, which includes an off-Broadway play, a book, an entire cartoon, and a commercial series by Murphy's, then go ahead and click on that video to the right. Subscribe to the channel so you can get the other evidence video or the playlist for sure. Comment down below whether you believe Hayashi was the real Harry or not, or if you believe magicians are in fact really wizards, the modern day wizards of today. And of course, share the video with another Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, or a Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them fan. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.